This summer's drought may have yields down, but corn carcinogens are up. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Casey Berry.
And I'm Nick Patrick. It's been about, we're just halfway through the month of October, but this summer's drought, well, it hasn't loosened its grip on Illinois.
That's right, Nick. And as Newswatch's Lauren Yurkovich found out, grain bins have actually been busier this year. She joins us live in the studio with more. Good evening, Lauren.
Well, good evening, Casey and Nick. We've heard about it all summer long, the drought of 2012 that's plagued all of Illinois. As of the end of August, central Illinois was under an extreme drought according to the US Drought Monitor. Currently, we are under abnormally dry conditions. While we've almost escaped the drought, its effects are still prominent. Dry summer are the perfect ingredients to produce the drought of 2012. A drought of this magnitude hasn't been seen in years. It's safe to say that this one will be in the books. Although we have returned to abnormally dry conditions, we can still feel the effects of the drought, and farmers are no exception. Manager of Total Grain Marketing of Charleston, Richard Vail, witnesses firsthand the drought's impact on farmers.
It is in the corn business only because even though we had reduced yields, because of the aflatoxin problem, a lot of producers didn't want to put the grain in their bins, so they brought it all into the elevators. So that created an almost typical harvest time condition. So we were very busy this fall when we anticipated not having much business at all.
Although we have returned to abnormally dry conditions, we can still feel the effects of the drought, and farmers are no exception. Manager of Total Grain Marketing of Charleston, Richard Vail, witnesses firsthand the drought's impact on farmers. So is it safe to say this is a busy time in the fall harvest?
It is in the corn business only because even though we had reduced yields, because of the aflatoxin problem, a lot of producers didn't want to put the grain in their bins.
Aflatoxins are a naturally occurring chemical that's produced from the growth of the fungus Aspergillus flavus.
The last major scare we had was 1988.
But now the drought conditions are improving, just in time for the harvest to be over.
The corn harvest is pretty well at this area about done. Bean harvest is about the midway point, about half done. So the weather cooperates in another 10 days, we'll probably be done and have a pretty quiet fall from there on.
Officials at the grain elevator in Kansas, Illinois say they are down 50% in grain compared to last year and 30% less corn and soybeans. Vail says they have seen significantly less yields this season, but the main issue lies within the corn and its aflatoxin concern. Here in Coles County, we are almost out of the drought, but its effects will be felt for years to come. Live in the studio, I'm Lauren Yurkovich. Casey, back to you at the desk.